Hello, so this video is going to be about how you're going to find the slope when you're not looking at a graph, but you're actually looking at what's called an equation of a line. So there are two types of equations of a line. First is called slope-intercept. This should all be like a review of algebra. Slope-intercept says y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. The slope you learned about yesterday. It's how high the graph is, like how high the rise over run is. The y-intercept, which you might have forgotten, but it's where the graph crosses the y-axis. The other type of line is the standard form. And the standard form looks like this: ax plus by equals c. And what we're going to be doing is our main objective, because you can't get slope from here, there's no way. So our main objective is going to go from here to here. So we're basically going to be solving for y so that we could get the slope. Now, we did do solving types of problems before a while back when we were working with alternate interior and all those types of lines. So what we need to do is learn how to solve for a variable when everything's a variable. Okay, so let's give an example. So if we have this is in slope-intercept form, so it's okay because it says y equals. So if we were to label our slope would be 5. It's always the first number. And our y-intercept, where the graph crosses the x-axis, would be at 1. So remember I told you that your slope should always be a fraction, so you can convert that to 5 over 1. So here's another example, slope-intercept form. It says y equals, so we're good. So our slope would be -3/4. No need to change anything there. And our y-intercept would not be 7, but it'd be -7. So yeah, when it's in slope-intercept form, easy. But what happens when it's in standard form? So here's an example. Let me use a different number than 5. So 2x plus y equals 6. I would suggest you write all of these notes down. I know I'm saying this 3 minutes too late, but write all these notes down somewhere in your packet if you can find room. Sorry I didn't give you a blank page. So right now, our main goal is for it to say y equals. Right now it says 2x plus y equals. So we want this by itself. And the 2x is blocking it from being by itself. So once you want to get rid of something, so we want to eliminate this 2x, we're going to do the opposite. This is a positive 2, so I'm going to do -2, which becomes subtraction. What I do on the left, I must do on the right. These cancel out, this comes down. Now, these are not like terms. So if you put down 4x, you're going to get a big old x like this because it can't be 4x. These are not like terms. This has an x, this doesn't. So what you're going to do, you're going to write down what you see. X has to come first. So this x, which is -2x, has to come first. This 6, which is a positive 6, has to come second. Why does x have to come first? Because that's what happens in the slope-intercept form. It's mx plus b, so x has to come first. So now we have it in the right form. We can say our slope is equal to -2, or the fraction, which I prefer. And then your y-intercept will be 6. Alright, so if we take a look at another example. Okay, so here it is. It's in standard form. It is. We can't get the slope from here, so we're going to change it to slope-intercept form. So first thing is we want to get y by itself. Right now it's being blocked by the 8. We can't divide yet because this is in the way. We have to get rid of this 3x first. So you do the opposite. Since that's a +3, I'm going to do -3. Bring down this 8y. Again, if you decide to put these together and say it's 21x, you're going to get a big x because they're not like terms. Okay? That is an x that doesn't have an x, so you can't put them together. So you have to write them where the x has to come first. So the x is -3x. Where did I get the negative from? When I did minus on both sides. And this 24 is positive. So now we have these 3 numbers, and our goal is to get the y by itself. We still want this y alone. So the only way to get rid of that now is to divide. So we have to add or subtract first, and then we end with dividing. These cancel out. Now we have y equals, which is our goal. 3 divided by 8 is a fraction. It's a decimal. Leave it as a fraction because that's our slope. And then 24 divided by 8 is 3. So now we have it in slope-intercept form because it says y equals, and we can identify our slope and our y-intercept. So the main goal of this lesson is that you can identify your slope and y-intercept. Okay? If it already says y equals, you're good. If it doesn't say y equals, you have to solve it so that your main goal is that it says y equals. Now you should have noticed something yesterday when you were doing all your answers, is that if you have the same slope, lines are parallel. And if the slopes are different, meaning if you have reciprocals that are negative, if you don't know what a reciprocal is, because I can bet $5 there's a few people who might not remember, a reciprocal is when you have a fraction and you flip it. This is the reciprocal. So if you have a reciprocal and you have one is positive and one is negative, so reciprocals that are negatives of each other, then the lines are perpendicular. So same slope, so I'll give an example. If you have the same slope, the lines are parallel. And if you have slopes that are reciprocals, but one is negative and one is positive, your lines are perpendicular. Okay, so you will be having a quiz next Friday, May 5th. So part of it will be to do everything on this page. So I'm going to hold it up. My suggestion to you is take a picture, screenshot this page so that you can look it over. Okay? Well, happy Friday. Good luck.